Once you see the ADHD pattern clearly, you hit a moment that most people don't talk about. You have a choice. You can use your new medication and self-awareness to keep up with everybody else's priorities, or you can use them to build the first ADHD habit that actually changes your future. My name is Jonathan Murphy, psychiatric nurse practitioner, and I've been treating adults with ADHD for a decade. Most people pick the first option. That's what this video is trying to fix. If you see my videos about the stimulation gap and the dopamine cycle, this is where we stop understanding things and take this new knowledge and actually use it to your advantage. Here's what happens. Most people with ADHD start their medication and immediately tackle their to-do list. The never-ending pile of unfinished tasks that gets finished by Monday. Well, that turns into physical exhaustion by Tuesday and complete burnout by Wednesday. If all you ever do is try to keep up with the boring stuff, you're going to hit a wall before you even begin to build the life for yourself that you actually want. You have your brain online for the first time in years, maybe ever. And what do? You dive bomb into all the boring tasks. Budgeting, planning, emails, laundry. Here's what actually happened. You can be consistent with things that you couldn't be before. If ADHD is a superpower, well, that's it, and we're going to use it. The choice is this. Use your medication to become the person that you actually want to be. First, you need to choose the right habit. Has there ever been something that you tell other people that you do, but then secretly feel a fraud about? You tell people you paint, play music, read, write, but you're not actually doing it. Maybe you did at one point, a point long gone past. The first habit you choose should be that very thing. Not chores, but the thing that you say out loud looking for validation because inside you feel insecure. The moment you stop needing to convince anyone and you quietly know, I do this, that's when the habit has landed. You need to prove to yourself that you're worthy because you are. This is what's going to help you build your first habit. You need to learn what it's like to move from novice to mastery. Here's what happens. You start something new. You're learning something. The focus is on point. You're learning fast. This is the honeymoon period. Peak confidence, minimal competence. The peak of Mount Stupid. You think you got it all figured out, but then the reality hits you like a ton of bricks. You realize you didn't know as much as you thought. For most people, they fall off that cliff into the Valley of Humiliation. From there, they'll pick themselves up, struggle, learn, and eventually walk their way toward mastery. ADHD brains, you don't end up in a valley. You fall into the bottomless pit. The drop from, this is amazing, to, I'm terrible at this, is so intense that you don't just struggle, you stop. And you never climb back out. That's why you have a graveyard of hobbies that you started and abandoned. Here's what you need to understand. The stimulation is going to wear off, no matter how excited you are. The dopamine hit from novelty always fades. ADHD medication doesn't stop that dopamine cycle, so you need to habituate the process before the stimulation wears off. I've been through this myself, more times than I can count. In fact, I've gone through 3 full dopamine cycles since I started this YouTube channel in September 2025. That's when I did 30 videos in 30 days. The stimulation wore off. Came back, it wore off again, but since I've been through it before, I wasn't surprised when it got easier. That's integration. The excitement fades, but the habit stays. So let's break this down so you can see what this actually looks like. If you're a painter and you don't paint, you need to look at the barriers to initiation. How can you start painting? By breaking it down to a single task that is stupid small, so that when you do it, it's easier than dealing with the guilt of not doing it at all. And oddly enough, the slower you break something down, the easier it's going to be to break down that fine motor movement to correct the minutia that will eventually be sped up into a Michelangelo. You got to work on that brush stroke. The more you do, the more the technique becomes automatic. What moves you from novice to mastery is the repetition of an entire process. For me, hit record, accept good enough, and hit publish. That's my loop. But here's what the process teaches you: to trust the process. And you stop needing other people to validate you. It's yours and yours alone. You're a painter, so you know how to paint. Not because someone else says so, because you do the thing. And that becomes a source of stimulation that carries you through everything else. Your social life, your professional life, your fitness, and whatever else you got going on. This isn't about turning your passion into a side hustle. When and if you get to make money from it, if it's feasible and realistic, that's down the line. Right now, we're talking about simply building a habit. This is the first time in the habit formation protocol where we're moving past simple concepts. We're building your first ADHD habit. Not the perfect system, just the first deliberate habit that proves to your brain, I can do it differently now. So if you followed the habit formation protocol up to this point, the med tracker with the checkbox system, getting your mind right, getting rid of those cognitive distortions. This is the real work and your fork in the road. Drop a comment, what's the habit that you've been avoiding, but you really, really want for yourself? And if you haven't checked out my video on the pattern, it's gonna explain your entire life. I got it for you right here. And go ahead and hit subscribe if you wanna keep receiving practical strategies from a nurse practitioner that won't sell you short.